constant observation of how little minds work. That's what makes this job interesting.
Oh, I think that's pushing it. What makes the job interesting for you, Mr. Blister?
A pay rise.
Oh, naughty, very naughty.
Where's the head person?
Oh, he's putting his hair on.
Oh, naughty, very naughty. And where's his mother?
She's in the belfry.
Bats in the belfry.
Oh, naughty, very, very naughty. What's this nasty cackling in Adolf? Mrs. Smith said bats in the belfry, and we all thought it was very funny.
Oh, you did you? Well, I'll have you know, my mum's is in the belfry.
No! And what's Mrs. Rocket doing in the belfry, head hamster?
She's searching in some old family cupboards up there. What on earth is going on?
What's the matter?
We're being chased! They're with me!
Oh, Diddy, why are you chasing my niece's knickers?
They wanted to pull my hair out.
What do you want to let a geek like Knickers chase you for?
It wasn't a geek like Nick, it's beloved Uncle Lester. It's a geek like...
Lucky that wall was there.
What was lucky about it?
It broke his fall.
What's this rope?
That is the bell rope of the Rocket Academy. Only ever to be pulled in times of terror and tension.
Well, that dirty great hairy girl's just thrown me down the hall. That's a good enough reason for me.
No! No, Blister, old dude, my mum's is in the belfry. Oh, Mumsy!
Do you know who your mumsy feels like, Memphis?
Who does my mumsy feel like, Mumsy?
Quasimodo!
A disgraceful scene, the whole school running riot. Dignity, that's what's needed at the Rocket Academy.
What did you say?
We need dignity at the Rocket Academy.
Can hardly hear you.
It must be the effect of that clapper.
What?
Clapper!
Who am I clapping? Oh, my ears have cleared. I can hear properly again.
Mumsy, why were you looking in the cupboards in the belfry?
I wanted to rummage through some old drawers.
You could have done that in your wardrobe.
This is some sort of certificate or deed. It's practically illegible.
What does it mean, Mumsy?
It means you can't read it.
No, what does the certificate mean?
It means hot diggity-doo, whammaroo and samba samba.
Would you like me to get the Aztec dictionary?
That because of their dignity, the title Duke shall be conferred on the Rockets. Long may their glory blaze. Dignity, Duke, Rockets, Memphis. We're aristocracy.
Well, what does it mean, Mumsy?
It means we're dead posh and la-di-da, and you are the Duke of Rocket.
Oh, but why wasn't Daddy a duke?
Well, he liked to think of us as commoners, and he was commoner than most.
Oh, Mumsy, if I'm a duke, then you're a duchess.
Oh, I always knew I was meant for higher things.
That's why you went to the belfry. Fate drove you there.
No, she didn't. I walked up the stairs.
And then we put... Why is there an assembly at this hour?
I've no idea, sir. Is it all right if Julia and I stay here to do some work? Mr. Rocket never minds.
Oh, doesn't he? Well, I mind. So you can just put those books on the shelves up there, Jekyll, and the two of you scamper off to that assembly. You two swats give me the big heave, thinking you're better than everybody else. If I had my way, I'd physically throw you both out into the corridor.
Irresistible.
Lister, get off that floor and into the assembly hall.
Oh, no! My son and I have the most impressive news for you. Yes. Neil.
Yes, Mrs. Rocket?
What?
You called my name. I'm Ron Neal.
On your knees, Neil. Neil.
There's no need for that, Mumsy.
Well, tell them our news, Memphis, and they can give us homage.
Excuse me, Mrs. Rocket.
What is it, Mr. Slime?
Is it all right if I give cornflakes? I never eat homage.
What are we to give homage for?
My mother and I are the Duke and Duchess of Rocket. Quiet, all of you, quiet. Yes, David?
If you're a duke, Mr. Rocket, then what do we call you?
The correct title for a duke is Grace.
So we call you Grace Rocket?
You can call me Your Grace, David. Now, where are Julia Jekyll and Edward Knickers?
They refuse to leave the science room, and they've got that Harriet Hyde in there.
Tell the diligent little and big darlings our news. I guarantee such news will bring the Einstein.
A scientific hiccup.
Tell them our news. Tell them! Tell them our news!
Haven't we got any titles in our family?
Yeah, my great-aunt's 5th cousin was related to the 7th nephew's wife's granny, who was descended from King Alfred the Great.
That'll do. Have you got any ideas, sis? You know the French Revolution?
You're not going to chop the Rockets' heads off.
No, we're revolting. I'm starting to get too complex about that. I'm talking revolution.
Well, that's marvellous news, Jerry, old man.
Julia must be very excited.
Well, you know Julia. She takes things in her stride.
I remember. Before we moved here, Jason knew a duke.
Oh, yes.
Really, Jason?
It was the Duke of Horace.
Oh, how impressive, Jason. Did you ever get to visit their stately home?
It was the name of the pub on the corner!
Would you both like a cup of tea?
Oh, don't stir, Maura. I'll put the kettle on.
Julia's working on her experiment in the kitchen.
Mona won't disturb her.
Disturb her. Of course I won't.
Busy in the library, Jason?
Fancy the Rockets being a duke and a duchess, Julia.
You must be very proud. So I'm sure they're still the same. People don't really change.
That's a relief.
Relief, I'm sure it is. Give a yell when the kettle boils.
Of course.
What sort of books did you get, Jason?
Oh, the usual. Oh, but I got a very interesting book about fireworks.
Jason's fascinated by anything that makes a big,
Big bang.
Sorry, Mum, Dad, Mr. and Mrs. Jitter.
That's all right, pet.
It is not all right. It nearly scared us to death.
Why don't we invite the Rockets to supper and you and Jason could come too?
Oh, that would be nice.
Nice. We've never met a duke or a duchess.
But now we have met the Duke of Horace.
Mrs. Jitter was saying that the Rockets would remain unchanged despite their title.
Oh, yes. But of course.
Charming. An invitation from the Jackalls.
It will do us good to mingle, Mumsy.
I wonder if it will be a formal banquet or whether I should wear my tiara.
Dignity. Remember dignity, Mumsy.
Oh, Julia. Any sign of Harriet Hyde?
She's gone, Your Grace.
Oh, good. Into assembly, Julia. His Grace and I want to make an entrance.
If this is not dignity, nothing is.
Caw.
Loyal subjects! I am King Blister, and I am taking over.
Now he's got it in for me.
Don't be daft, Lester Blister. You're no more a king than I am.
Take that ridiculous crown off and get up here on the stage. You're just being stupid.
I am the king. I am the king.
Mr. Blister, will you behave? You can be king in the playground at the recreation break.
Can I really?
That was a close shave, Mumsy.
Don't you want to see Mr. Blister pretending to be the king in the playground? Julia couldn't bear to see anything so juvenile. What's that you're working on? I've invented a firework. Tell you what, bring it round to my house tonight and we can let it off in honour of the Duke and Duchess of Rockets. I'd love to. Gosh, What an honour.
Ah, Julia, Edward, I'm looking for Mr. Blister. My son, His Grace, and I have decided we'd like to use him as our flunky tonight when we honour your parents with our visit.
What's a flunky, Mrs. Rocket? I mean, your Grace.
An attendant, a lackey, someone to carry my train.
Why are you bringing a train to the Jackals, your Grace?
A train on my gown, you silly goose.
They'll be here soon.
Oh, don't say that. We haven't got the jitters yet.
You've had those all day.
I meant Mona and Jason from next door. What could be keeping them?
I don't know, I suppose Jason's having trouble with his dicky.
I'll let them in!
And leave the door open for the Duke and Duchess, pet.
We're all looking forward to your firework, Edward.
Thank you, Mrs. Jekyll.
Teletubbies!
We never said fancy dress. Yes, you did. You said to wear something fancy.
So I went to the fancy dress shop, and these were the only costumes they had in our size. That's why Mona's a duck.
They're here.
How charming! Fancy dress. It reminds me of all the parties one went to as a young girl. Everyone wore fancy dress then.
Of course, Mrs. Rocket. I mean, your Grace. Must have been the Middle Ages.
You've got a firework to let off.
Oh, goody, I love fireworks.
So do I.
I'm thinking of going to Kingston for the polo season.
That's nice. Well, Jason's aunt lives there. Well, Croydon,
Croydon,
actually.
Kingston, Jamaica, Ducky. More wine, Blister.
Well done, Edward, with your firework.
Thank you, Mrs. Jekyll.
Jason likes fireworks, don't you, Jason?
As a matter of fact, I've been reading about them in a very interesting book.
Tell them what you read, Jason. People are fascinated.
Well, a very famous firework went off in this district in 1910. And it was so spectacular, it earned a royal commendation. And it was a rocket!
You learnt the commendation, Jason.
Good.
He's very good at recitation.
Because of their dignity, the title Duke shall be conferred on the rockets, and long may their glory blaze!
Don't your Grace me, Mrs. Jekyll.
Excuse me, Mr. Jitter, but did this Duke rocket go off anywhere near the Rocket Academy?
It was in the very school grounds.
You wash, Mumsy. I'll try.
You shouldn't be doing that. What did you say? I couldn't
Say something.
There'll be more fireworks, but not the ones you like with a match. What a change in the rockets! Whoops! Speak for yourself.
That was an evening full of surprises.
You can say that again.
Well, that was an evening full of surprises.
We call in at the Rocket Academy again at the same time next Thursday. Coming up, I meet Janice Aqua from The Really Wild Show, and Dom finds out what's happening in News Round next.